We're about to overthink everything.
Happy New Year's, it's 2017.
Happy New Year, everyone. People who don't like people making New Year's resolutions. Like, I hate it's people that say, New Year, new me, and you don't know you're going to be the same old pop-down body that you was the year in front.
The Overthinkers.
We're live? We're live?
We're not live,
As
we're
live as you
recording.
can be.
Recording.
Live
Oh, yeah,
is different,
That was
Claire.
a bit of a blonde moment.
Well, this is 2017. Get it together, Claire.
Nadia, we're in a studio though.
We are in a new location.
a
Okay,
studio.
let's greet the people. Good morning, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world. We are the Overthinkers.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop.
How you feeling, Neil?
I feel good.
Yeah?
I am not doing any engineering today.
Yeah?
You're free to
so
talk.
I am free to talk.
You co-hosting
But-
fully now, no multitasking,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
co-host
yeah.
slash song man.
Yeah, you know, I step up.
We have to say-
a lot of improvements because we know in a studio, we know have these nice mics.
I'm comfortable in a chair that just feels like I might just have to talk a little longer.
Proper office chairs now.
Yeah, so we really want to say a huge thank you to Neil. We
Thank
have
you,
two
Neil.
Neils in the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
We want to say a huge thank you. We have a lot of talent in Barbados, and as I was saying to Neil, it's really important that we have platforms to express that talent.
Sure.
So somebody has to come in at different places. We've got Rahmat, who's got an amazing skill doing videography.
Thank you, Rahmat.
You know, we've got Neil over here who does all of our audio, and then he pitches in with his
And
two
editing,
cents.
all the editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
so
yep,
we have
yep.
Neil 1 and we have Neil 2. Neil 1 would be the
Ooh.
first Neil. Neil Hoyte.
Like, I just call it Hoyte and Harewood. He's Harewood.
Ooh, you
Hoyte.
see 2 H's too.
So is it.
It's so
Yeah.
tricky. So you can't even see it, you know, Neil H and Neil H. It's just...
So happy
Yeah.
New Year's. It's 2017.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
This
Happy
is
New
the
Year.
first episode of the year, but it's the 3rd episode in all.
Yeah, so for those of you who haven't had a chance, go back on the page. We posted some really interesting information. I gave you some tips on how you could roll in the new year losing some weight. So if you checked in with me, you would have realized that I have a really ingenious method. You'll drop a couple pounds in 3 days' time.
Do not do that.
How's everything in the fitness world apart from your tongue? I mean, like,
Okay, so
pause. Watch the video and you will understand the context
yeah,
of the tongue
take your
comment.
mind out the gutter,
Please
please.
pause.
Take your mind out the gutter. So
that
I
kind
want to
of
say a really big shout out to everybody at Surfside. We
Yes.
have a challenge going on, an in-house challenge, and it's 10 minutes every day of exercise. So you got like the real like hardcore gym buddies like putting out all these workouts, and I'm like, what's all that?
Yeah.
Me now just struggling to keep it simple. I fell off a little teeny weeny bit
Yeah.
before Christmas, and I'm paying for it now.
Good.
So, but it's all part of it, you know, keeping New Year's resolutions and wanting to be a different person in 2017. We got some haters out there who don't like. What were you telling me about that, Nadia?
Yeah, I was finding a trend that was coming up. I don't know if you saw it too, Neil, but
Haters who don't like
people who don't like people making New Year's resolutions. Like, I hate it's people that say New Year, new me, and you don't know you're gonna be the same old pop down body that you was the year in front. Like,
Talk about positivity, man.
I know, okay, it ain't all the time that you make a New Year's resolution that you're gonna follow through. I get that, and
Yeah.
sometimes people will see that as
Yeah.
being a fraud. You kind of go through a fraud complex when you say all of these, like, you
Yeah.
know, extravagant things that you would like to change and
Right.
it
And then-
don't happen.
yeah.
But I would prefer opening a new year, speaking positivity into my life, whether I attain it or not, rather than negativity or
what about-
accepting that you're going to stay in the same slum.
It's true, but then what about the fact that I've actually come across a large percentage of people who make New Year's resolutions and they keep them. I've made New Year's resolutions that I've stuck to. So yes, there's the importance
man.
of taking a certain time frame, reflecting on what have you achieved in your life. Have you made your financial goals? Have you made your creative goals? Have you made your health goals? And seeing what areas, and guess what? I asked my boss once, I'm sure not George Griffith, one of the best trainers in this island.
Shout out George Griffith.
He has really provided a platform for fitness in Barbados. And I asked him just after Christmas, what do you tell people who've fallen off the bandwagon so many times and they feel disheartened to go back? And he said, you tell them it happens to everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's a part of life, right? A part of life is you set out on a goal, you set out on a path. Sometimes that's life. Things don't go according to plan.
And because things don't go according to plan, it doesn't mean that
you're not
stay
learning,
there.
and that you're not learning.
And there's nothing wrong with failing.
You know?
I mean, we've all heard the old adage that, failure is a part of life. You get better and stronger once you fail. Do
you know what I think identifies that? And I never thought that I would see motivation like this. I went to the skate park yesterday, and it was such
I saw the pics.
Awesome experience. It was like, it's kind of like they're on waves but on land, the way they're moving, and skateboarders fall down so hard. Like, these men, they do these tricks, and they land on their ass, they land on their elbows, they up their knees, and it's like, but they get back up
all the time,
all the time, going for it. And that is really what life
is about.
That's what resolutions is about. You know, I think that whether you achieve it, attain it, or not, is important to have that positive intent rather than negative intent opening a new year. Kudos to you. I don't care if you fall off 48 hours, 7 days, 7 weeks after. Kudos to you with trying to start in a positive place. You know what I mean? You can't hate on people like that.
And I want to put on my therapist voice here, different voices. But I want to say to everybody who is genuinely struggling with addictions, we have a lot of people out there. I know y'all's put whatever y'all want to put out on Facebook to give the idea to everybody that you live in this perfect life. But I know that you got a lot of y'all out there who ain't living perfect. And you got your issues, you got your man that you horn or your man horn you, or some shit that making you want to take your life, all that. But the real little core of it is two things. One, understanding your value. And that no matter what mistakes you make, it is not a sign of your character. It is not a sign of your worthiness of goodness in life. And the quicker you come to a point where you forgive yourself, it may mean that you have to take people out your life. It may mean people may not want you in their life. It may mean you have to give up a lot of things, but just forgive yourself and forgive others and move forward every time.
Yeah, that gets you closer to the healing as well too.
Yep.
Forgiving gets you way
So
stronger.
2017.
What did you do before we move into 2017? You did anything exciting for the end of 2016? Anything? Even if it was,
Nope.
quiet.
Nope. I just stayed home. I
Right.
felt that it was a
You stayed
reflective time. I felt that I wanted to say to 2016, kiss my ass. I don't want to see you ever again.
What you do, Deal? What you do?
Moving on. I just spent time with friends. That's basically it. There was a little bit of alcohol, but we just...
What was your favorite drink? Tell the people.
Not Hennessy.
Good.
Ooh.
Sorry if Hennessy was looking to sponsor us in any way.
Woo! You just killed that.
I know. I didn't say
Boom.
good because good, but I was actually watching this TED Talks video, and they were talking about how money is circulated within race groups. Like apparently Asians. I can't remember the name of the lady. Neil, you don't know. You can get the information to you. You could probably plug a link to the viewers or the listeners later.
Right.
But she was saying that in the Asian community, the money stays there for at least 27 days because of how the economy is structured. Like the businesses are owned by Asians, you know what I mean? So they're spending money with themselves, making money for themselves.
Right.
Whereas, and she went through all the races and she came down to blacks to say the money stays within the black community for 6 hours.
Yep. As soon as we get it, it's gone.
As soon as we get
That's
it
what we
gone.
do.
And she touched on the brands that blacks buy a lot of and none of the money, they're not black owned. They were saying that all of the hair products
the
for
hair,
natural hair.
The Asians got the hair locked down.
For apparently L'Oreal owns like all of the hair products that we use for black natural hair. It's a market that is only catering to black people. It's strictly black money.
So we link into financial goals. Who are you giving your money to?
Precisely. And then it made me think about when you said not Hennessy, because apparently Hennessy, we buy the majority of Hennessy, the black community, and Hennessy's not owned by black. And then now you have people like 50 Cent, let's bring out his own vodka. You got Effin, and then you got Puff Daddy with Ciroc.
Ciroc, yeah.
And you got all of these young black entrepreneurs bringing out their own drinks.
You ain't got to worry about that with the rum, because we don't know the rum is lining the pockets of all the rich people.
You understand,
here,
but it makes you think about...
We know where that money's going.
What Rick Ross brought out in the song. It makes you think about buying black the block. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Buy the businesses.
Yeah.
Make sure that you making money for your black community, you know?
But
so
does that mean I have to give up Hennessy and coconut water though?
I
really
don't
like
I don't
that
think
drink.
that we
Like,
have
that's
to
my
exclude
favorite drink.
anything, but I think we have to include more things that are black owned. You
Right,
know, it's
right,
not
right,
about
right.
hating on any brand. I mean, if you like Hennessy, you like Hennessy. But let's think about patronizing the brands that our community.
A good example of that would be just off the top of my head, is Fubu. What
Yeah.
Fubu did in the 90s, and how a lot of the black community supported Fubu by buying their brand, and that made the people that came up with the founders of Fubu, they're essentially, if not billionaires, hundreds of millionaires.
Yeah.